Hello, authors, book lovers, and storytellers, and welcome to another exciting episode of Reader's Magnet featured author interview, where we dive deep into the world of creativity and inspiration. And our guest for today is one of our very own Reader's Magnet authors, who is the author of the book A Widow's Cry, a helpful tool for widow ministries, Servant's Heart from the voice of a volunteer, encouraging a friend with our trials, and family memories with a little mystery in it. Please help me welcome Miss Jamie Pulos-Fry. So, Jamie, how are you feeling today?
I'm doing wonderful, and thank you for having me here today.
Thank you very much for joining us as well. And again, welcome to the Hype. So, to all of our viewers, again, Miss Fry has been working with again 4 books, and that is not an easy feat. And to all of our viewers who are not aware yet, so Miss Jamie, could you please introduce yourself to our viewers so at least they'll have an idea on who will they be looking forward to for future works as well?
Well, I am a what you call a nonfiction writer.
Hmm.
Most of my books are centered around God, and
Hmm.
so I have books here, like encouraging a friend with our trials. It's about a trial that I went through,
Mm.
and God helped me get through it. And it was just we all have friends and people that help us get through our trials, and so this is to help them with that as well. And then I have a servant's heart from the voice of a volunteer. This one is to teach you
Mm.
what God wants you to be as a servant. This is not
Oh.
about, because we have so many, I deal with college students, and a lot of them feel that they can ask their friends for something all the
Oh.
time, you know? And so you got to understand that God does not want favoritism. That's not what he deals with. And so we have to realize that we shouldn't be doing that either with people around us.
Sure.
Okay. And then we have a widow's cry. It's a tool for widows ministry, and this one, it's I'm a widow of what 31 years now, and so basically, it's got tools in here to help people that don't know where to go, what to
Mm.
do, how to ask questions, how to, I've learned being a widow, it's different for everybody. As a father, as a wife, as a husband, as a child, as a student, anybody, we all deal with a loss differently. And a loss doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It could
Mm.
be a loss of a job. It could be a loss of a car. It could be a loss of just about anything. Okay, you guys. So please, it's an interesting tool to use for if you're at your church or if you have Bible classes or something like that. That can something that these people might be interested in looking at. Okay,
Mm.
and
Okay.
this one is family memories with a little mystery in it. Now this
Oh.
one started when my husband passed away, and then
Hmm.
my mother passed away about 3 years ago, and I brought it back up. And so it's got recipes in it, it has Bible verses in it, it has Bible poems in it. It's an encouraging event for people.
Hmm.
Um, and it teaches you why the importance of having family memories. Okay. We have blogs in my website that Reader's Magnet is putting out there for me, and they are amazing and wonderful for you guys to look at. Check out my website, you guys. It has so many important messages for you guys to check out as a family, and why it's so important to do things with your family. Okay,
Hmm.
so
Love it.
those are
Love
the four.
it. Well, that is a huge number of collection when it comes with books. And talking about it, it is a non. It's basically not. It's nonfiction. Talking about
Mm,
real life people, real life events. But
exactly.
Jamie, one question that I do have here is because again, you wrote these 4 books, nonfiction, talking about life. So, what is the most challenging part of the writing process for you then, when it comes with these books?
The research,
The research.
finding the photos, because I put illustrations in there, and lining up the finished product.
Oh.
We've got the message, but I also want to make sure I'm giving you information that you will appreciate. Okay, it's not just about my life. It's about encouraging you to go back to church.
Hmm.
It's really what it's about. It's You need to make sure that God is always in your life. And that's where most of where it's important to me to make sure that you understand that all these messages and stuff are happening in my life. They're trials, tribulations, or whatever they are, but they're part of my life because God has given them to me for some reason. I don't understand them all, but he gives them to me and he helps me get through them. Okay.
Agree with that though. And again, talking about again research on writing everything here. So, and is there are certain themes that you are most passionate about exploring within your work then?
Well, it's going to be something that God has given me, something that might help someone else out there.
Hmm.
So my themes are not just based about, anything. They're about a theme or an experience that I've gone through, that I think might help somebody else out there. Okay. And
Oh,
that's really what they're about.
oh. And but Jamie, just one more thing that it really comes, because again, the main point of your books as well, and again, and the themes that you really love to do is trying to help someone out. Within your books, like when people purchase this, has someone reach out to you out of the blue and just say like, your book really helped me? Has there been an experience like that that you
Yeah,
have
it
experienced?
actually
Oh.
has. I have a college student
Hmm.
that when he purchased this and read A Servant's Heart from the Voice of a Volunteer, he said, you know what? I am going to use some of your information to help me in the future, to teach me what to say and what not to say about certain things. And the same thing with being a widow's cry.
Mm.
It teaches you not to say certain things to a widow. There's just some things you just don't say. Okay. And it
Oh.
teaches you some of those things in here as well. So yeah, I've had some, um, you know, um, we are always blessed to have an experience, and it's nice to see that we're teaching other people, younger as well as older, to understand that, um, they're here for a reason, and God gives them to us to teach other people along the way.
Love that. I love that. And talking about like people are there for a reason, and hey, the with these books that you had got out there, and again, these people who read your book got inspired by it. Not everyone might reach out to you, but the some
Hmm.
that reached out to you really had that impact in their lives, that these books are something that each person can lean on to. It's just not a book to collect dust on the shelf.
No,
It's a
no.
book. No, it's not that. It's a
Mhm.
book that you
Yeah.
read, you can be with, and you can live with. And that's one thing that I really love when it comes with your books here, Jamie. But Jamie, again, on top of having these books here, on top of the themes, on top of the people that had been with you, talking with you, what do you enjoy most about being an author
Telling my
then?
story. Telling my stories, really. Giving that information to people and encouraging them and giving them some. I'm an encourager. Okay, that's one of the things that I've learned. I'm an encourager. So I want people to be encouraged, with my singing, with my writing, with my, learning to do more. There's
Hmm.
something that I've done that most people don't do at my age, and I've gone back to college. Okay.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
I've gone back to, redo my music ministry, to finish my music degree, and
Hmm.
I'm learning more about college, and I'm learning more about college students and my
Hmm.
gift, which is
Hmm.
singing, and
Okay.
so I'm learning more about the history of it, the performing of it, um, not just being a choir person, but also learning how to do solos. It's different. It's a different environment, different way of doing things. So I'm growing myself,
Hmm.
and learning more things, which in process could give me more things to write about. So we're always growing. It doesn't matter how old you are. Um, I'm 62 years old, you guys, and
Oh.
I'm still learning and growing every single day. There's always something new to learn.
I agree with that. Life is more of an endless learning process, and the moment that you stop learning is the moment that you cease to exist eventually. Because
It's
that's what I would believe in. Because
Yeah.
every day you learn something new unknowingly, even the smallest things that happen to your life, you learn something new from that. Um, and you know what? But coming with this book as well, Jamie, talking more about this, do you have any influences that maybe had impacted your writing the most? Like again, maybe authors or books that you can have as an
Sounds really
influence?
funny. Yes.
Okay.
My favorite writer at this point, and they're
Hmm.
not, this is a normal person, okay? Her name is Joanne Folk. She's a murder mystery person. This is
Oh.
the first book that I found with my family when we went, I think it was in San Diego, and we went to their library. And
Oh.
this one here is called Banana Cream Murder, okay? So I like it. And then this is the newest one that I've gotten from her.
Oh.
And this one is Pink Lemonade Cake Murder. I like them because she does, these are based, they even have Hallmark movies now based on this. She's she's the Hannah Swanson Ministry Murder and has recipes in it. I like
Oh.
it. She basically has her own bakery, but this doesn't just have cakes and cookies and pies. It also has, she does salads and she does pots, things in pots, you know, and all kinds of stuff, you know. And basically what I like about it is her detail. She even tells you, okay, what she used when she was making it. She goes and she even says, well, and my sister likes it this way. You might want to add this or add that. She makes it while there's a story going on, while there's a murder mystery that she's trying to solve in the middle of it all. You know, so it's fun. She gave me an insight of there's more out there, you know, and more fun in writing. She just made it so it was fun to write. You know, sometimes when we get older, it isn't, you know. When we were young, oh, well, we had to read because we had to read, you know, and I'm saying now it's like, okay, I'm reading and I'm also writing, you know, and so when you can find somebody that gives you something to laugh about or gives you a reason to read a chapter and actually interested in reading it for your own purposes and maybe making a pie or a cookie or something, you know, it just helped me to have fun with reading again.
Love that. Love that. And also, Jamie, again, you have wrote 4 books, knowing the inspiration, knowing everything that has gone with this. And is there any advice that you would like to give to any future aspiring authors there out there?
Well, I'm a nonfiction writer, so for me, I would take it from my life experiences. You know, you have, you know, if I was a fiction writer, you know, that's, you know, making up stories. You know what I'm saying? Well, this is life experiences, and make sure that it supports whatever it is that you believe in. You know, don't, you know, since most of my books are all centered around God, so it's my beliefs. And I make sure that all my books have, you know, they all have Bible verses in them. They all have Christian poems in them. There are ones that I write myself if I can't find one to cover whatever it is that's in that chapter. So, you know, and for me, it's also about the illustrations to match up with what I'm going on in that chapter. And it's just, for me, it's fun. It really is a lot of fun, not just the writing, but the designing of the cover, the designing of the illustrations in the book. I make it art. It's not just about writing a book, okay, and not just putting words on the paper. I want to make sure they're having fun while they're reading it, not just reading words, you know, because anybody can just read and it can get boring, you know. So I try to have it break it up a little bit, have some fun. You know, I even write my own poems and put them in there as well. And sometimes I even put a song, you know. So it's about having fun while you're doing it. It's not just about writing.
I love that. I love that so much, Jamie. And Jamie, again, you are an author of 4 books, basically 4 books. And if people want to get your book though, and for people who are hesitant to pick up your book, is there a particular message that you hope your readers to take away from your book once they grab a copy of these?
Oh, well, let's see. Well, like I said, my books are centered around God. So I want them to understand that I want to open up your mind to going back to church. I know there's so many people out there that are not interested in God at all. You know, so I want you to see that these books are experiences that God has put me through. Okay. These are trials, tribulations, whatever. And I'm learning something from them. And I'm trying to teach you also that you can't do anything without God. And that's something that people don't understand. They think they can do everything by themselves. And the experiences that you have, you think you did. You created. No. God did. He made sure you were learning something. He gave you that trial, that tribulation to teach you something. And to learn more about that and to understand it, you need to go back to church. Okay. I'm a Baptist, so I do read a different type of Bible. I'm not Catholic anymore. I read that King James Bible, and that one, and I have a wonderful pastor that teaches us through each book and breaks it down and explains everything to us. So we do a really good study of certain chapters of the Bible, and it makes it so sometimes you feel like he's talking right at you. It's the message is all about you at the time. And that's what you need to do. You need to make sure you're making changes in your life for not just people, not just for yourself, but people around you. You need to understand that you could be affecting other people in your life because you have no idea that what you're doing is not God-centered. So we need that. So that's why my books are important for people that are interested in knowing more about not just me, my experiences, but if they're really interested in learning more about God.
Love that, love that. And I'm looking forward to, as well as a lot of people, to grab a copy of your book and know on how they can be inspired. Again, it goes back to the saying that I can do all things with Christ.
Yes.
It goes back to the saying, and that's one lovely message to leave our viewers in. But Jamie, I've heard from the grapevine. Is there any upcoming projects or books that you're currently working on right now?
Yes, I just finished my fifth book.
Oh,
Here
there
it
it
is.
is.
Yay! It just came in print in December. So
Mm,
it's called Our Furry Friends and What They Teach Us Through Our Bibles. Okay, so this one's based about, my dog that I lost about, a year and a half ago. Her
mm.
name was Lady. So she's right there on the cover. And it's about, the biggest chapter in here is called training.
Oh.
You have to be ready for a dog. You can't, or a cat or whatever. You have to make sure that they fit into your life, they fit into your home. I read a list of what's going on in the table of contents. We have first one is the biggest chapter is training. The next is
Sure.
responsibility. Okay,
Sure.
responsibility is something that you have to focus on because if you don't, it's going to be your responsibility and not your kids. So if you already have dogs in your life, when your children come in, when you start having babies and stuff, that's easy. But when you have children after and you don't have any pets in you have to wait. Don't just throw them in at wait till they're at least 10 years old or more,
Mm-hmm.
because otherwise they're not going to understand. And it's going to be your responsibility. You're the one that's going to be walking them and feeding them and brushing them and giving them baths and all that kind of stuff.
True.
So
True.
you need to make sure, the timing is right. And then we have whining, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a chapter of whining and begging. That's really what it's all about. And then we have patience, unconditional love, trust, forgiveness, and then how to remember them, and then I also have pet insurance in here.
Oh.
Pet insurance is not good for everybody. Okay. I don't have pet insurance. I didn't, but I have a card it's called Credit Karma or Credit Care Credit. It's called Care
Mm.
Credit. And the reason why I liked it, it's because if you order more than, or you spend more than $200, they give you 6 months to pay it off with no interest. Okay. If you
Oh.
order over $600, then they give you a year to pay it off without interest. I like it. When my dog was sick, it really helped me with paying the bills. It's grown since. You can use it for your dental. You can use it for your pets. You can use it for pharmacies. You can use it for so many different things now. It's
Mm.
amazing how that card it can be used for just about anything. So that's one of the things that I put in here as well.
Wow, I love that. And it's so there are going to be a huge number of information as well placed into the book. And yeah, and if ever people want to grab a copy of that book, though, it's going to be available on Jamie's website. Again, that's 24avalon.com. We're going to be posting that on screen so at least you guys know where to click on. But again, before we wrap up this interview, Jamie, just want to ask you one last thing. What are your goals now as an author moving forward?
Okay. I have one big challenge of
Mm.
them all. It is to do a women's 366 days women's devotional book. It's probably
Oh.
going to be around 400 pages, you guys. So it's going to probably take me a while. I'm deciding on how, I've got like the first 7 pages in, and I have to decide if I'm going to do. I usually like to put poems in there, so I'll probably do a page with a Bible verse in it, and then a poem or something that matches that Bible verse for each month. Okay.
Hmm.
And I don't think I'm going to put recipes in this one. I don't think it's appropriate.
Who knows? Who knows? Okay.
You
But you know
never
what?
know, but you know,
Hey, if you want to put recipes in there, hey, who knows though? You'll never know. Again, it's still in the process.
yes,
Everything
yes.
is up for everything is going to
Well,
be a
this is for
surprise once it's
women.
there.
We're all different, and there's going to be things in there, like the Romans Road, and maybe the One Year Bible, and probably a 90-day Bible as well. These are,
Mhm.
it's going to be for based with your Bible. It's something that you need to do with your Bible every
Hmm.
single day. So it's going to be a challenge. It's not going to be easy, but I will tell you, we'll be encouraged based.
Love that. Love that. Okay. Okay. And you know what? To all of our viewers though, and to all of our viewers, book lovers and book enthusiasts, feel free to grab a copy of Jamie Pulos-Fry's books. Again, they are available through Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Blurb, and also through our website. That's Reader's Magnet. And if you want to get the whole collection, feel free to go to Jamie's website. Again, that's www.2foravalon.com. Let me spell that out. That's TWO, the number 4, avalon.com. You know what, Jamie? I gotta say this to you. Thank you very much for joining us today. Really love the energy, really love the ideas, and I really love knowing more about the process and what books, especially the new book that you have right here. It was something including in a full package, though, and I really love it. I want to say thank you very much for inspiring us, and I am looking forward to see more of your books in the future, Jamie.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me today. You have a
Okay.
wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you.
You too. Okay, and again, so to all of our viewers, though, thank you very much for tuning in. And always remember this, that in every ending is just a new beginning in the world of stories. May your reading adventures be endless and your imagination boundless. And as we say here at Reader's Magnet, we share your stories with the world. Thank you and have a blessed day. Bye bye.